I'm Jessie Pius from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Today I like to discuss the factors affecting acoustics in the subject code PH 8201. It's Physics for Civil Engineering. After successful completion of the course, the students will be able to apply the knowledge of acoustics in designing acoustically important buildings. Factors affecting acoustics of buildings. So first factor is the reverberation time. So before that you can see what is reverberation. So the persistence of a sound after its source has stopped caused by multiple reflection of the sound within a closed space. That is, it's nothing but the persistence of a sound after its source has stopped. That's the reverberation. So here, if the reverberation time is very small, the sound intensity decreases very fast and make the sound appear dead. On the other hand, a large reverberation time causes mixing of different syllables and hence cause confusion. For good quality sound, optimum reverberation time is required. Next, what are the remedies? So you can see the pictures, you can see the curtains with more foldings and the floor is covered with carpets. So here, if you are having heavy curtains with folds, are used to reduce the reverberation time by increasing the absorption of sound. So if you are having the curtains with many foldings, it can absorb more sound. Then the floor is covered with carpets to absorb sound. Then the windows and openings are provided in the hall which can be opened or closed to control the reverberation time. Next remedy is the walls and ceilings are covered with sound absorbing materials. You can see the picture here. Then a hall is filled with audience. So if the walls and ceilings are covered with sound absorbing materials, it will absorb the sound. Then if the hall is filled to its maximum capacity of audience, reverberation time is less. Why means if the hall is filled with the maximum capacity of audience, each and every person there is having some ability to absorb the sound. That is their clothings, their wearings. These materials will absorb the sound to some extent. Next one is loudness. Next factor is loudness. So there should be adequate loudness in all parts of the hall. So the large sounding boards are used behind the speaker facing the audience. Then the loudspeakers are used to increase the loudness. Then low ceilings help to reflect the sound towards the audience. Next factor is the echo. So what is echo? The reflection of sound from a distant reflecting surface is known as echo. If the echo reaches the listener about 1/15th of a second after the direct sound, the listener hears two sounds instead of one, which cause confusion. Such echo may be eliminated in halls. So if you are having high ceilings and distant walls or covered with sound absorbing materials, echoes can be reduced. Next factor is echelon effect. Succession of echoes produced by a set of regularly spaced reflecting surfaces like staircases causes confusion in original sound. This is known as the echelon effect. So what are the remedies? The regularly spaced reflecting surfaces like staircase are covered with sound absorbing materials like carpet. Then the next factor is focusing. Concave and parabolic surfaces of a hall focus sound. This causes concentration of sound in certain regions of the hall which is not desirable. So what are the remedies? The curved surfaces are avoided Then if there are curved surfaces, they are covered with sound absorbing materials. See, the curved surfaces can be avoided, but if there is a curved surface, it can be covered with sound absorbing materials. The next factor is the resonance. Loose fitting window panel and some other objects resonate at some audible frequencies, creating more sound at these frequencies. This distorts the original sound. So you might have felt this: if the windows are not properly fitted, it will vibrate and it will create the sound. So the window panels are fixed properly and vibrating objects are placed on sound absorbing materials in order to reduce this resonance effect. Next one is noise. That is, the noise from different sources adversely affect the quality of sound in a whole is known as the external noise. It can be airborne, structure-borne or inside noise. Airborne noise. The external noise, for example, of traffic which enters the hall through doors, windows and ventilators are known as the external noise. So you know these noises are coming from the external source. So what are the remedies? Openings for ventilators inside the halls are avoided. Doors and windows are provided with rubber covering on frames so that they shut without any gaps. Next one is structure-borne noise. So noise produced by activities like drilling, hammering or the vibrations of heavy machinery is transmitted through the structure of the building. This is known as the structure-borne noise. It can be reduced by keeping the heavy machinery on sound-absorbing materials like wood or rubber. Then double walls are used with space between them. Next one is the inside noise. It is the noise produced inside the hall by machinery, fans, air conditions, etc. It can be reduced by sound absorbing materials and curtains are provided near the sources of noise. The source of noise or mount on sound absorbing materials. Thank you.